Shalom, everyone, and welcome to another Israel update. I'd say this is a very significant one. I'm Joseph Good from Houston, from Hatikva Ministries, and we have Gila Trevitch from Jerusalem, and many of you are familiar with her. Very, very knowledgeable and knows the country like the back of her hand. And Roi Shaposhnik, who is joining us fresh from Gaza. But he's got a lot of information on everything that has been going on. And Roi is the head of the brigade, the Barak Brigade Association, and he's deputy commander of the Reserve Barak Brigade. All right. So, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hello.
All right.
Hello, GOC.
Roi, everybody knows there's been big fighting with Israel and Iran. All right.
Yep.
So can you give us some insight and give us some? Here's the real story here.
So, as we expected, and we talked about it in all of our previous conversation, Israel has decided finally to attack in Iran. And last week, between Wednesday to Friday, Israel launched a surprise attack on various areas in Iran, and the main objective was the leadership of the Iranian army and the Iranian regime.
The guards, the Revolutionary Guards.
The Revolutionary Guards.
Because there are two separate armies there.
It's two separate armies, as Gila mentioned.
Yeah.
That was a big surprise to everybody, specifically to the Iranian people. The attack was a combination of internal local effort using by our Israeli Mossad, who launched suicide UAVs, hovers, into certain areas, specifically on the first wave of attack that was planned to be on Israel, the ballistic missiles, and of course, an air force, more than 150 planes that attacked all the anti-aircraft missiles, all the air defense in Iran, and actually expose the areas that Iran was monitored or tried to keep secured. And by doing that, Israel continues on second and third wave of attacks and started to demolish the nuclear area. You see here on the map over here. So those are 9 different sites of nuclear.
Each nuclear.
Yes.
Each nuclear. Yes.
9 different sites. Of
Corey,
nuclear.
why do you have the 2 pages? Can you please focus on the map? Corey?
I have the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the map.
But I have another thing on next to it. No? It's just me?
I think it's
the
just
important things that we need to explain over here, that the Iranian have splitted the nuclear reactor assembly into various places. And that's why you see so many locations over here.
So it's not being as that at each of these different sites, they do something towards the nuclear.
Correct.
Nuclear, not one site where they start at the bottom and come out with a weapon.
Correct. So they have chosen a different method of work, unlike the Iraq and the Syrian, who wanted to develop nuclear weapon and open a nuclear reactor. They are actually trying to develop their own uranium, and that's why they have built so many sites in order to create and to split the threat into different areas. I have to tell you that the majority of the area was in Forens and Natanz, which is right in the middle of the map that you see. Israel right now is under a serious attack by the Iranian, we have been fired upon us on this third night so far, more than 350 ballistics missiles. Those ballistics missiles are carrying 1.5 ton of explosion, which is creating serious damage. The Iranians are shooting those missiles direct into a civilian population, such as Tel Aviv area, and I'm meaning the broad area of Tel Aviv. They have just fired about half an hour ago into Haifa, and their main damage is happening to the buildings and the environment. This is the place to say to everybody, to all of our friends in United States, the Israeli population is a very disciplined people. They are hearing the instruction that we are getting from the home front command. We are running into the shelters. We are getting a lot of alerts, pre-alerts, let's call it like that, before something is actually moving from Iran. That saves lives, and that's important.
I'd like to make a point on something that you mentioned. Um, the Iran is attacking the civilian population, but Israel's war is not against the Iranian people. It's
True.
against the Iranian government and the terrorist organizations
True.
associated with that, and they are targeting those, not the population. And the
That is
population,
absolutely true, Joe.
and is very supportive of what Israel is doing.
So just to make that point of what you said, first of all, you're 100% right. I must add that they are firing towards some strategical assets that we have in Israel. We all know what that means, but Israeli air defense in combination with United States of America missiles protection that there is in Israel, and that's not a secret. The Americans
The
are
Patriot.
here. No, not the Patriot, the Tahed systems, which is the Arrow, the same of our Arrow system that we have.
Yeah.
So we have plenty of systems over here, thanks God, and it helps a lot. Now, let's prioritize what is the Israeli strategy. First of all, we protect the critical assets, military area, and some other places. Yes, we are concerned about the heavy population area, but we are doing a very calculated guess, and we need to make sure that we are protecting their strategical assets first, and that's why we see more casualties in the civilian area. Yesterday at night, a rocket fell straight into Bat Yam, which is a city about 3 kilometers from Tel Aviv, on the beach right from Tel Aviv, south from Tel Aviv. The rocket fell direct into a building, which created a massive crash of the north side of the building. All the people that stayed in the shelter, in Israel, in every apartment, you have a shelter.
Right.
All the people who stayed in the shelter survived, which is an amazing news. Okay?
Yes.
But having saying that, we still had 10 people who died, and that's very sad. Among those 10 are 2 kids, a boy 10 years old and a girl 8 years old, which is a very serious and sad casualties. And that's the situation where we are at the moment.
Yes. Okay. Now, I understand that the United States has been participating in taking down these incoming missiles along with the Israelis, but I also understood that Jordanians were also participating to knock down some of these. Is that correct?
Joe, that's absolutely true. Now we all need to remember what is the known and what is the unknown. So the known, you guys are seeing the video, the news. The unknown is that there is there is a coalition that helps Israel a lot, taking down all of the ballistics missiles that are coming. Not only ballistics missiles, also the UAVs, we call it loiteries, those suicide UAVs that are coming towards us. The Jordanian are heavily involved in that, and specifically because they see that as a massive threat into the kingdom itself. Adding to that the fact that UAE, Saudi Arabic, and also Americans, British, and French vessels that are on the sea between, let's say, the Red Sea, are over there in order to support and to make sure that they are stopping those missiles that are coming. Remember, 350 missiles that have been fired towards Israel is not a simple or small amount of rockets. It's
Right.
huge. So they are doing a lot in order to stop it. And of course, with the Israeli Air Force that is dominating the air space above Iran as we speak and doing a massive job over there. This is something that will be talked in the future so much about how they are dominating the area.
Also, Roi, also the first day, Friday, the preemptive attack, the surprise attack, will go down together like the 1967, the first day.
Right.
The liquidating the entire Egyptian Air Force.
I have
Yeah.
no word
Yeah.
to describe
So
that attack.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like amazing. It's something in biblical proportions.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Now, but things are continuing in Gaza,
Mm.
and you just with a matter of minutes arrived back from being there, right?
Yeah. So first of all, look, as I'm saying to my guys in the army, the war in Gaza hasn't stopped. We still have 53 hostages over there. In a matter of fact, last week we have managed to release 2 bodies of among the 55 hostages that were there, Aviv Atzili and Yagil. In the 188 Brigade was a part of that. We discovered some very crucial points. If Corey can show,
Maybe Corey can show the pictures.
yes. So
Corey, can you show that?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in this, what you see, what that was a part of our activity that we are demolishing buildings over there that has been suspicious as terror buildings. Corey, if you can show the next picture, you can see that we have managed. Yeah, that's one of our tanks. But I want to show you something specific with the tunnel.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. So in that specific area, we have managed. This is a small route that connect into a massive tunnel. That inside of that tunnel, we have discovered the 2 bodies, which we have immediately took them out, and right after that, we have destroyed the tunnels at all. Corey, can you show the movie, please? So one of the things we are doing after we are reaching into the area, we literally destroying the entire area, the entire building environment, the entire what we call the metro. And the reason we are doing it because we are trying to get into more and more hostages, but to make sure that they are not coming behind us.
Yes.
Joe, the war in Gaza is there. Whoever tells you that it stopped is wrong.
No.
It's there.
Right.
It's not easy. The weather is extremely hot. The threat is there. Yesterday, one of our units got attacked by 2 RPG anti-tank missiles. We had 1 dead soldier, not from the 188 Brigade, but from a different
Unit.
unit. And I'm telling you once again, guys, it's not. I don't see how we're going to stop that soon. I mean, we are digging deep and deep, and we still need your support, Joe. I know how strong you're working on it, but we really need your guys' support.
Well, uh, let me say something that just totally shocked me. I expected that with the attack on Iran, okay, which actually doesn't just benefit Israel and the various states there in the Middle East, the Arab states, but it benefits the United States, it benefits Europe, it benefits the entire world. And
The entire Western world, the entire
Yeah.
non-Muslim world.
that's right. That's right. And it had reached a threshold. It was now or never. I expected that donations would just flow in. And the reality is that they have slowed down. And I don't believe it's that people, the people that donate, I think that they know what's going on. There's just been so much activity, they're diverted. Their attentions are diverted. And but the reality is that right now, more than even we have in the past, we need the help. Uh, in fact, there's a big threat that until a few minutes ago I had not heard, and that threat the Army has to be ready for, and that deals with Iranians, soldiers, Revolutionary Guards, or whatever, making a land attack. Is that correct?
Yes. So once the attack in Iran started, Israel army has recruited again the reserve and launched it back to the north with Lebanon and to the east with Syria and Jordan. We all need to remember the border that we have with Jordan is the longest border in Israel.
Longest one.
Yeah.
And
So
that is a
hardest to
border.
defend. So
Sorry?
the hardest to defend.
Yes, correct. Now, please do remember, this was always the most peaceful border of all of our sides in Israel. And there is a natural border, which is the Jordanian River that is crossing all the way to the Dead Sea. Having saying all of that, the threat that we are facing right now is with two main organizations that are threatening to penetrate to Israel. One is the Houthim from Yemen. We spoke about that in our previous discussions. The Houthim are planning to go through Egypt and Jordan towards Israel, and we are doing a lot of work against that. Beside of that, there is the Iranian militia. The Iranian militia are based in Iraq. They have been funded by previous ISIS and all of Hezbollah activity that went out from Lebanon after Lebanon got attacked by Israel. They are trying to make a move towards Israel as we speak. We are monitoring them. We are controlling much of the activity, and we have moved two different division, reserve division, into that area in order to protect the border.
Does that include armored divisions?
Yes, there is two reserve armored divisions right now in the Arava.
So you guys in Gaza can't get help from them.
No, we are all alone right now.
So you're all by yourselves.
Now,
Correct.
the Arava is the area below the Dead Sea.
Dead Sea.
Okay, and now let me make sure I understand correctly so that the listeners can understand correctly. These aren't you think they're there, a ghost enemy. You know they're there. What you said is that y'all are monitoring them. You know that they are trying to make an invasion of Israel.
Yes. Joe, I have to tell you something that will sound a little bit weird. I know the October 7th, we didn't had much of intel in Gaza. We will talk about that in a lot of times.
Yeah.
There is a lot of reasons why we didn't had intel in Gaza.
Right.
But we do have very good intel in what goes on in Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Iran, and other places. So we can monitor, we know, we see them. There is a lot of eyes over there that is being operating 24/7. And this is something that we are doing strongly.
Okay.
That's why we have managed to attack in a surprise way a lot of places, including the first and the second wave of attack that Iran planned to attack Israel after the first wave that we did to them.
Now, this also, this is just me speculating, but it would seem that any Arab government that would be non-hostile to Israel, that this enemy force trying to come into Israel, it would put them in danger.
Correct.
I mean, you could see like the overthrow of the Jordanian government and other things. So it's a threat to Israel directly, but it could also be a bigger threat to the entire region.
The entire region right now is in historical point, and I think all the Arab nations are looking towards Iran, Israel as we speak. If we were the little kid in the block that got hit on the October 7, we have changed it dramatically.
Yes.
I think everybody is now understanding that please don't mess with us anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, there is plenty of casualties. Yes, it's not easy. It's not simple, but
Right.
For the way that we see it, it's David and Goliath all over again.
Right. Right. But it's a fight that had to happen.
Correct.
It
Correct.
wasn't a matter of, well, let's just do this. It was a matter of now or never.
Right.
Yeah.
And no wonder Netanyahu called those new operation against Iran. Look, a people like a lion arises.
Correct.
People arises like a lion. The lion was quiet, but when the lion gets angry, watch out.
Okay, and that's Numbers. That's actually from Numbers chapter 23, verse 24.
Right.
Right. And rising lion. Okay. Now, Roy, can you tell us the needs that need to be addressed here? How can we help?
So, guys, look, I'm coming from Gaza. We are working hard. We need the ballistic helmets and the bulletproof vest. That's for sure. I need to buy in the next couple of days some UAVs, spare parts for a long-range extender, for example. I need to buy, I know it's going to sound weird, but it's extremely hot. So I'm going to buy some chillers now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is so many things that I need to get involved.
Right.
I have to tell you something, and I know we are saying it quite a lot. Your support to us is priceless. And I can tell you one thing, it goes straight to the soldiers at the field. And we need it. Whatever you are giving us is a true, serious help to my guys on the field. And I really need your support. We are doing a lot. It's been 618 days that me personally is in the reserve duty in a row.
Right.
It's almost 2 years. 2 years of our life that we are putting everything on the side and we are joining to protect our country and our nation. We need your help. You're supporting us a lot, but we still need your help. Please.
And if we everything can be successful with the Iran attack, I realize that it's going to require some special equipment to get down to the depth of some of these facilities. But Iran itself is the serpent. It's the head of the serpent, and that head gets cut off.
The head of the octopus.
Yeah, the head of the octopus. That head gets off. It's going to disarm the Houthis. It'll
Right.
disarm Hezbollah. It'll disarm Hamas from so much of the aid that they still continue to smuggle in and get and be able to resist. And I believe that it'll bring a peace to the entire Middle East. But it's going to take all of us doing this together.
Right.
We have to pray that the United States will make the whatever's needed. We need to, whatever we can, we need to give and to get this over there. We need to be a voice
Please.
against the riots and the demonstrations and the anti-Israel things on the social media and in the streets. And we're going to, it's time, there's a passage in the book of Jeremiah, and it says, if you can't keep up with the footmen, what are you going to do in the running of the horses? Okay. And basically, I would say right now the horses are running.
Yeah.
It's time that we get in there, and if you haven't before, and if you have before, please not only give financially, but also pray and be a voice. Okay, so Gila, Roi, we've got 2 minutes. Why don't y'all take it away?
Well, just want to say thank you again. You've been supporting the Baraka Brigade for many years. It is crucial and most important. It's really coming to a climax right now. Yeah. So much is happening. Israel is working on 7 fronts. It's amazing, this tiny little nation.
Right.
God definitely is protecting us, but we need to put God's action on the ground.
That's right.
And we need to help these soldiers. It's absolutely crucial.
Right.
Yeah.
Roi?
I just want to say once again that I am always overwhelmed from your support. And, you know, every time we're having this session, I'm getting out of it so much encouraged and so much
spirit.
Spirit, yes. And I just want to say thank you. Naraba. And I really, really appreciate everything. And Joe, thank you for your time, and thank you for all of your efforts to support us and to call and to ask and to be a part of what we are going through here while you are still there. So thank you so much for that.
And I want to thank GLC and Corey Adams in particular.
Corey, yeah.
Corey's here with us week by week, and he says, let's do it. Okay. And it's appreciated. Shalom, everyone. And please
thank
be
you.
praying.
Thank you very much.
We love you. We love you. We love you, guys.